Coming up, a change of command at Fort Bliss. We'll bring you the special ceremony honoring the transfer of leadership and responsibility between garrison commanders. Then, UCLA is the latest university to have federal funds frozen by the Trump administration. According to the school, it adds up to more than $500 million more on the higher education funding fight. And our Small Town Spotlight series is back today, and we're excited to show you more from the magic towns of Chihuahua. Our chief meteorologist, Robert Bettis, is live from the Consulate General of Mexico in El Paso. More on that is up next. KTSM Plus starts right now.
You're watching KTSM 9 News First at 4. Starts right now.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for choosing KTSM Plus, our new digital newscast. I'm Christina Rada in for Monica Cortez today. We begin with news across Texas. The battle continues. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton is investigating whether Beto O'Rourke's political group, Powered by People, is breaking laws by funding Texas Democrats out of state travel, attempting to stop the passage of the new congressional maps backed by state Republicans. According to a report by the Texas Tribune, Powered by the People is funding the travel and fines of the 50-plus Democrats who left Texas over the weekend, aiming to shut down legislature by depriving the House of quorum. Paxton is using a statute called Request to Examine to demand documents and communications from the organization. Other Texas Republicans have also tried to get in on the action, including Governor Greg Abbott, who's asked the Texas Supreme Court to declare House Democratic leader Jean Wu's seat vacant. Our Austin correspondent Adam Schrager has a lot more on the story coming up in our next half hour. 11 men arrested in a sting targeting the solicitation of prostitutes, according to the Texas Department of Public Safety. It was part of a human trafficking operation in El Paso last week. The joint operation was conducted by Texas DPS and other regional law enforcement partners, leading to the arrest of the men ranging in ages from 19 to 43 years old. Regional Chief Jose Sanchez told us in quote part, "Operations like this one highlight the department's continued collaboration with our law enforcement partners to keep Texas communities safe," end quote. Over in Horizon City, police there arrested a man for theft. This is 53-year-old Oscar Prieto Macias, and according to Horizon City Police, he was arrested after surveillance cameras and employees caught him stuffing merchandise into a backpack at the Walmart on Horizon Boulevard. Police say Prieto Macias had previously issued a criminal trespass notice. He was arrested for theft of property of more than $2,500 and booked into the El Paso County Detention Facility. His bond was set at $5,000. We have an update now to a story that we have been covering very closely on air and on KTSM.com. The City Council for the Village of Vinton has decided to name a new park Acacia Park after a huge controversy erupted over the online voting to select a name for that park. This comes after the vote split the village, turning into a war of words with a viral Instagram post and allegations of vote tampering, plus claims that the online voting site had been hacked. The Village Council met yesterday evening to discuss the controversy surrounding the voting, and Acacia Park was selected instead of going with the names of one of the two people who were up for the vote. Now, the village issued the following statement, in part reading, "This campaign was never meant to create disagreement or division. Instead, it was designed to bring us together and celebrate the spirit we all share as a community. We deeply respect the legacies of both individuals," end quote. To read more on these and all of the day's top stories, visit KTSM.com. We're going to take a break from our top stories today. Today is Wednesday, and that means we have a new installment of our Small Town Spotlight series. We're continuing to explore the 5 magic towns of Chihuahua. Our chief meteorologist, Robert Bettis, is live at the Consulate General of Mexico in El Paso with the first look at your forecast. Robert, how's it going out there?
Well, it's just a tad warm outside right now. Of course, we have a heat advisory in effect, and that heat advisory has been extended now all the way through Sunday evening. This big dome of high pressure, literally centered between Las Cruces and El Paso, is just sitting on top of us, and of course, extreme heat. Tomorrow, I'm predicting a high temperature of 106. Right now, it's 103 at the International Airport. Now, I'm live downtown at the Mexican American Cultural Center, and today, it's the last small town spotlight of 2025. But we're gonna have some fun because it's part 2 of our Pueblos Mágicos of Chihuahua and the 5 magic towns. You're gonna learn so much about the beautiful state of Chihuahua, our neighbors to the south. And it's kind of perfectly in fashion that it ends right here for the small town spotlight where it all began. Our first small town spotlight was right here on March 24th for the grand opening. And since then, 24,000 visitors have come through that beautiful building. Small town spotlight. I'm gonna have your detailed forecast. We're gonna talk about when does this ridiculous heat end and we get our thunder showers back. All of that, plus you're going to get to see an exhibit inside that was sponsored by the Consulate General of Mexico. All coming up. Oh, what? Oh, hold on. I forgot to do the small town spotlight checklist. Imitation aviators? Check. Extra hairspray? Check. 50 SPF sunscreen? Check. Oh, cloud shoes that I got for Christmas? Check. Christina, back to you.
Nice checklist. Let's take a look at traffic through our text.cams right now. We're at I-10 and Crockett, where you can see traffic is moving smoothly. There are no problems to report right now, and that's pretty good news, as traffic seems to move a lot quicker at this time of day. I-10 and Porfirio Diaz. Traffic there, not very many cars on I-10. So if you're heading out the door in this direction, nothing to worry about. First at 4, a change of command at Fort Bliss. This morning, a special ceremony was held between the outgoing garrison commander, Colonel Brendan Gallagher, and the incoming garrison commander, his name Colonel Michael Soika. According to the Post, the ceremony is a time-honored military tradition that signifies the transfers of leadership and responsibility. KTSM spoke with Colonel Soika about what's next for Fort Bliss.
Just to take care of the families and the soldiers that exist on this post. Long term, there's always things that you want to do to make the post better. It takes time, it takes money, but it's just going to take us to a better place.
The ceremony took place earlier this morning at the Centennial Banquet and Conference Center at Fort Bliss. Now to national news. The Trump administration has been freezing funds for universities across the country, and now a new school is caught up in the funding battle. In today's Political Minute, News Nation's Blake Berman has all the details.
The higher education funding fight. I'm Blake Berman, host of The Hill on News Nation. UCLA, the latest university to have federal funds frozen by the Trump administration. According to the school, it adds up to more than $500 million. They join a list of universities who have also had their funds frozen. Here are some of the notable ones. For example, Harvard has taken the administration to court, whereas others like Columbia and Brown are choosing to settle. In March, the Department of Education's Civil Rights Division sent letters to 60 universities under investigation, saying the schools failed to protect students against anti-Semitism. The letters warned of potential action, saying university leaders must do better, and the investments are funded by U.S. taxpayers. Critics, however, warn that those dollars are used for critical research programs that benefit Americans from coast to coast. I'm Blake Berman, and this is the News Nation Political Minute.
As part of today's Small Town Spotlight, we're learning how to make one of Chihuahua's iconic dishes. Coming up, bring out your molcajete because we're making nopales con queso. Thanks for watching KTSM Plus, putting local first.
Ooh, man, that's hot.
Welcome back. A 20-year-old parolee arrested over the weekend after physically assaulting a person. That's according to the El Paso County Sheriff's Office. Now, this right here is Carlos Salinas III, and according to the Sheriff's Office, he was arrested on Sunday after deputies were sent to Nanap Drive about an assault in progress involving Salinas. He was taken into custody shortly after. Salinas is currently on parole for a previous murder conviction, was charged with assault causing bodily injury under a $20,000 bond. He was then booked into the El Paso County Downtown Detention Facility. We shared this story on our social media pages, and some of you had some thoughts that you wanted to share. Josie Macias wrote, "That's a problem with our U.S. system. Repeat offenders, and it only escalates. We need to bring a harsher penalty system." Meanwhile, Ara shared, "Sometimes our safest place is in a cage because we can be our own worst enemy." Here at KTSM, we value your opinion and we want to hear more from you. Make sure you are following us on our social media platforms to keep in touch with us through your comments. Governor Greg Abbott has filed a lawsuit against Representative Gene Wu to remove him from office. Up next, why Abbott says Wu abandoned his office and constituents by fleeing Texas. This is KTSM Plus.
Well, the interview's made
Alejandra and her friends.
Alejandra and friends. Okay.
But I need to change that. So right now.
Want to save your interview for them.
Yes.
Got it.
Because
Not
last
a problem.
program I was everywhere.
Yes, ma'am. I'm hearing you. Hold on one second. Go ahead, Paulina.
Can we start with Marco?
Okay.
I want to save Marco for 5.
For 5.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Let me ask you
So
to
should
tell
I
me
talk
your
to this gentleman?
This gentleman doesn't speak English. What I'm
Ah.
asking is somebody else from my office.
Yo hablo español para mi Duolingo app.
Y él habla español.
Thank you, finally.
Inglés.
I am English for-
Mi albóndigas en biblioteca. ¿Qué? Yes, ma'am. What's that? Oh, he needs to leave at 5. Yes, absolutely. We can do him at, how about 4:40?
Okay,
4:40. How does that sound?
I have somebody else
Yes.
from my office
Okay.
that speaks English.
Okay.
And he can talk to you
Yes.
instead of me.
I
The
got you.
program is not Alejandra and friends.
Done.
I really love the program on Juan Gabriel.
Oh, yes.
It was-
I was so impressed. I had such a good time.
I
I
love the
did
way
not
you did it.
know anything about it. He's Elvis of Mexico. I mean, he
know.
is
Yeah,
the
yeah,
star.
yeah.
Walking along the gates and
Yeah.
like so many of the downtowns of cities across America, downtown Juarez, Mexico is also undergoing a renovation. Paulina, tell me the exact order and time that she wants.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Okay. 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 And
Your local weather authority, Robert Bettis, the Borderland's only certified broadcast meteorologist.
like so many of the downtowns of cities across America, downtown Juarez, Mexico is also undergoing a renovation, building by building. Over my shoulder right here is the famous gymnasium. It's the birthplace of Lucha Libre. Of course, Lucha Libre is the extravagant wrestling where the wrestlers wear the fancy masks. Well, this is another icon of downtown Juarez. It's La Fiesta Cabaret. It was built in the 1940s and it sat empty for many years, desperately needing renovation. Mr. Francisco Yepo bought this building and has restored it to even better than it was before. And now it's a restaurant that you can come and enjoy any day. Let's go taste. Oh, let me assure you, I tasted just about everything they had, and we have a lot more on La Fiesta coming up through the afternoon. And if you haven't been over there, you can walk. We park on the American side. We walk over. It's so easy to go over there. It's not far from the bridge downtown. You can eat. It's fantastic. The beverages, the desserts. Oh, just you wait. I've got a lot more to show you coming up later this afternoon. Welcome. This is the exhibit. The exhibit here at the Mexican American Cultural Center is called Maletas Migrantes, which means suitcases of the migrants. And we're actually going to talk to one of the artists who made one of these items and get his take about what it means and the value of this. This is actually a collaborative project between the Consulate General of Mexico, the Revolutionary Museum in Juarez, and of course the Mexican American Cultural Center. So we're going to have a lot more on this coming up in just a little bit. I know we're all wondering when is it going to rain again? Please, thunder showers come back. Well, here comes your exclusive 9-day forecast. Now, I'm extending our weather authority alert through Thursday because I'm concerned about that bubble of high pressure. 106 the high temperature for tomorrow with lots of sunshine. Of course, another extreme heat day. Then I do believe that ridge of high pressure hangs around through Saturday, so still more triple-digit heat We'll be talking about a high going down to 104 on Friday, and then we'll be down to about 103 on Saturday. I do see a couple of clouds out there today. They're really struggling because today is the maximum of that zone of high pressure, and I'll have the official high for you later tonight at 10 o'clock. Now, expect those thunder showers to return with potentially a vengeance on Sunday evening. Those storms will be pretty strong after a hot day, 99 degrees the high temperature, and then we're back into full monsoon mode. That means the days will be muggy. Dew point temperatures will be on the higher side, and we'll have the regular daily thunder showers. And of course, any one of those storms all the way from Sunday through Wednesday could produce some brief locally heavy rainfall. Of course, if you'd like to see this forecast again, you go to our website, ktsm.com, download our app, or go to any one of my social media products for your forecast. Now, coming up in just a little bit, Maletas Migrantes. These are fantastically beautiful individual pieces of art, of course, which talk about the migrants and their struggles coming to the United States. Difficulty, but also beauty in each one of these pieces, and I can't wait to show you more. You stay with KTSM 9 News. We'll be right back.
We have the unique privilege of cooking with Chef Jaime Adam.
Because it has Monica's name in there, and when you start reading, I don't want to accidentally say, I'm Monica Cortez, which I'm sure has been known to happen. Thank you. Okay, thanks. Welcome back. Today we are highlighting the 5 magic towns of Chihuahua, Mexico. They're known for their flavorful dishes and delicious drinks. We want to share with you how to make one of Chihuahua's famous recipes. Now it involves veggies, meats, and cheese, and of course the traditional molcajete.
We have the unique privilege of cooking with Chef Jaime Armendariz. He comes to us all the way from Chihuahua. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you, Monica. Today we're going to do a different plate. We're going to cook molcajete. So the first thing we're going to put is our molcajete to the fire.
All right.
So it gets really hot.
So now we're going to put the steak on the grill.
That's right. We just put it, we salt it, then we turn, and it's almost ready.
That's it? Oh, wow. Chef,
So
put
now
me
we're
to
going to
work.
cut the nopales. It's nopal, it's a type of cactus. So we just, they cut it when it's young and not that big.
Okay.
So the small ones that are growing, that's the good ones. So we're just gonna make the same shape as our meat. And then we have the chili, the chilaca. That's over here, it's called California chilies.
Okay.
So we just roasted them in the grill and then just put them in the bag so they sweat, and then you peel them off.
I guess you would say.
We're just gonna take the molcajete out. So here we can put our meat in the molcajete.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And I cut the cheese.
So this cheese you were talking about, how it's in the
Yeah.
shape of
Chihuahua.
Chihuahua.
You just open it here, make a small cut here, and then we cut a little bit of cheese. So here we just put a little bit of water.
Muy bien. So we just finished blending it all. And this is what it looks like. There you guys go. I learned something new. So Chihuahua, very well represented here in this beautiful dish. And it goes well with flour
Everything.
tortillas.
Well, that does it here for us on KTSM Plus, but don't go anywhere. We have another half hour of news and weather coming up on KTSM 9 News first at 4. Welcome back to KTSM 9 News. First at 4. We have a story to tell you about the very top. The death of a man who had a confrontation with El Paso police officers last month has been ruled a homicide. And EPPD officials held a news conference just about an hour ago. As we reported, 30-year-old Xavier Guadalupe Hernandez had a confrontation with officers along an I-10 overpass. Witnesses saying he attempted to jump over a barrier on the highway. That's when an officer and a witness helped subdue Hernandez. However, he became unresponsive very quickly and was transported to a hospital where he died. Just this week, the coroner released Hernandez's autopsy, listing the cause of death as asphyxia caused by chest compression after law enforcement subdual and restraint. The report also revealed he had cocaine in his system. 11 men were arrested in a sting targeting operation of the solicitation of prostitutes, according to the Texas Department of Public Safety. It was part of a human trafficking operation in El Paso the past week. The joint operation was conducted by Texas DPS and other regional law enforcement partners, leading to the arrest of 11 men ranging in ages as young as 19 to 43 years old. The regional chief, Jose Sanchez, tells us in part, quote, "Operations like this one highlight the department's continued collaboration with our law enforcement partners to keep Texas communities safe," end quote. In developing news, an inmate at the El Paso County Detention Facility has been found dead on August 1st. According to the El Paso County Sheriff's Office, 34-year-old Jonathan Rizzo was found unresponsive in his cell after detention officers conducted a routine check on inmates at 4:20 p.m. El Paso County Sheriff Oscar Ugarte says the Texas Commission on Jail Standards was notified, as is required by law. The El Paso County Sheriff's Office Major Crimes Unit and the Texas Rangers are conducting a full investigation. Ugarte says detention officers did render aid and Rizzo was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. Now, according to Ugarte, preliminary findings suggest the cause of death was natural. And according to jail records, Rizzo was facing a charge of possession of a controlled substance, 2 charges of credit or debit card abuse, and possession of less than 2 ounces of marijuana. We're going to take a break right now from our top stories. Today is Wednesday, and that means we have a new installment of our Small Town Spotlight series. We're continuing to explore the 5 magic towns of Chihuahua. And of course, our chief meteorologist, Robert Perez, is live at the Consulate General of Mexico in El Paso with a first look at your forecast. Robert, how's it going out there?
I'm great, and Christina, I'm almost at the Consulate General. I will be going there at 6 o'clock. Until then, I'm live here at the Mexican American Cultural Center, which opened this year on March 24th. And I'm in one of the artists' workshop right now. Joining me now live is Marco Sanchez.
Hi.
Pleasure. Sorry
Pleasure.
we jumped in and just interfered with all your work. Tell us about what you're doing, and first of all, brag a little bit about that. I mean, that is just perfection achieved.
Thank you, thank you. So I'm a printmaker, and I was the last of the artists in residence here at the MAC on the first round of the cohort of resident artists. Mm-hmm. And again, I'm a printmaker, which means I make images from different substrates, different matrices like linoleum, woodcut, MDF board, copper, and...
Marco, you were saying that this board right here where you do your work, it dates back to 1500s?
The press itself, no. Some of the techniques date back to the 1500s, like etchings or mezzotints. So it works on copper in order to make multiples, right?
Wow, okay. Well, Marco has designed one of the maletas that are on display here at the MAC all the way until October. He's going to take us over and show us what you made and talk about that. Until then, let's speak heat. I think people are done with it. Unfortunately, I'm extending that weather authority alert all the way through Thursday evening. I expect the high tomorrow to be 106 degrees. Mm-hmm. Finally, those thunderstorms come back at us by the end of the weekend. I'm going to have your detailed forecast, and we're going to see this maleta of the migrants, maletas migrantes, coming up in just a little bit. Christina.
Sounds good. Thank you, Robert. Let's take a look at our traffic right now through our text.cams. We're at I-10 and Wrestler, where you can see on the side of the road there is a vehicle stop, but also a truck belonging to the state of Texas behind it. But no traffic problems in that area as long as you stay to the left part lane of those vehicles on the side. Now, as we first broke last week, construction of the largest immigration facility has been underway at Fort Bliss. Today, ICE confirming they will open the camp later this month. According to Immigration and Customs Enforcement, the tent complex will be able to accommodate up to 1,000 people in immigration removal procedures. Officials say as construction progresses through 2027, the facility will expand to 5,000 beds. A spokesperson with the federal agency says the name of the detention facility is Camp Bliss. The facility is officially set to open on Sunday, August 17th. Well, August is Immunization Awareness Month, and Immunize El Paso wants you to know this is a great time to get vaccinated.
This is one of the highest vaccinated cities in the whole state. I guess because we're Latinos and we still listen to mom and pop and doctors, so we follow those directions and we get vaccinated.
Immunize El Paso has been very busy with child vaccines as this is back to school season. UTEP students are also returning to classes this month. They are required to have the meningitis vaccine to start school. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton has opened an investigation into Beto O'Rourke's organization, Power the People, for allegedly bribing Democrats to flee the state of Texas. The move is the latest legal maneuver over the House Democrats' move to break quorum and stop a vote intended to give more Texas congressional seats to Republicans. This comes as the Texas Supreme Court weighs a legal move by Governor Greg Abbott to remove one Democrat from office. Texas State Capitol reporter Adam Schwager looks closer at this case.
We're going to obviously stand with Chairman Wu, and we're not afraid of the consequences for this particular situation.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott is on the attack, asking the Texas Supreme Court to remove House Minority Leader Gene Wu from office. In the filing, Abbott said Wu should be removed on 3 grounds. 1, his refusal to serve represents an abandonment of office. 2, he's accepting bribes to not show up to work. And 3, his indefinite absence from his home means he's no longer a resident of his district and by extension the state.
That's a really unprecedented argument.
Quinn Yergin is a law professor at Michigan State. He doesn't feel Abbott's arguments have much merit.
If it's argued that these people have abandoned their offices because they have left the state to deny a quorum, then how is it also the case that they traded their not voting in exchange for something that allowed them to not vote?
Right now, Abbott says he's targeting Wu specifically as the ringleader, but this lawsuit is a threat to all quorum breakers. Show up or have the governor try to throw you out.
And I believe they have forfeited their seats in the state legislature because they're not doing the job they were elected to do.
We are all willing to make those sacrifices.
Governor Abbott initially asked for this case to be settled by Thursday night. The Supreme Court later asked Wu for a response by Friday night. In Austin, I'm Adam Schwager.
While the Texas House technically met in pro forma session today, their next attempt at reaching quorum will be on Friday. Coming up, we get a behind-the-scenes look at what's in the Chihuahua sour drink and why it's quickly become a favorite to so many. That's in today's Small Town Spotlight. Thanks for watching KTSM 9 News First at 4, putting local first.
My card and then just message me an image
Yes,
of the
I heard her.
of the
Perfect.
plate.
your local weather authority, Robert Bettis, the Borderland's only certified broadcast meteorologist.
Well, you can certainly imagine the big bands out here dancing on the dance floor. Well, maybe there's not so much dancing anymore, but there are people enjoying their lunchtime, and oh my goodness, La Fiesta has the most wonderful menu, and you're going to love the delicious foods that you can try. Oh, I see a table is ready right now. Of course, you can always start out with a nice little cappuccino. Oh, hi, Leslie.
Hi, hello.
Hi there. Oh, what do we have here?
Here we have some crab cakes, and here is some fried steak.
Fried steak bites, and that looks
guacamole.
Like guacamole
with natural
right there.
guacamole on it.
Okay, let me try that guacamole.
Here are some tortillas and some salsa.
Oh, yes, please. Thank you. And these are little crab cakes. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. It's so absolutely delicious. Well, I am live at the Mexican American Cultural Center, or the MAC, as it is called, downtown. And through October, you can see a display that is basically a collaborative effort between the Revolution Museum in Juarez and the MAC, also the Consulate General of Mexico, and it is called Maletas Migrantes, which means suitcases of the migrants. Now, some of these are very powerful. For example, this one, you're encouraged to open it, and then when you do, you see a baby inside. I mean, these are kind of striking images because some are happy, but some revealed the struggle of migrants. Of course, immigration to the United States is a very emotional topic, and that's why they wanted to create this display, the Maletas. And of course, we met Marco Sanchez. You are a gifted artist. Of course, we saw some of your print work, but you have also created a maleta. So tell us a little bit about this maleta and this board right here. What were you thinking here?
So this piece I made after graduating with my MFA from Northwestern Pennsylvania, and I did so in printmaking. I came back because I lost a job offer in a SUNY school, University of New York, because of the pandemic. So then, pandemic brought me back home, and I was doing construction again with my father, which is something that I'd done throughout the years and something that he's done since he was 13 years old, my grandfather. And when we lived in Juarez, they would cross from Juarez to the U.S. to work in construction, and so it's like a generational thing too now, right? Because my youngest brother is doing the same type of work with my father.
Now, when I look inside your maleta, it says Esenciales?
Esenciales.
Esenciales. Essentials?
Yes, essentials, yes.
Okay. Yours is really more of a positive maleta, I would say.
I would think so. I wanted it to be that way because, again, I made it and I was thinking about it during the pandemic, and essential workers and all that sort of stuff. And immigrants are essential, whether it's in construction and medicine, in the fields, right? Picking our fruits and vegetables.
Yeah.
So
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Thank you. You can see this in person until October down here at the MAC. Marco, many blessings. Thank you. Okay, let's talk heat. We've got a heat advisory that's now been extended all the way through Saturday evening. And of course, that dome of high pressure has been tormenting us with this exceptional heat. High temperature tomorrow, I'm predicting 106, comes down to 104 by Friday, still hot and dry. Saturday, the clouds begin to move in as that high pressure zone sort of starts to want to break down. 103, the high temperature. And then all of a sudden, Saturday night, that high pressure zone breaks down. The moisture moves back in. 99 on Sunday, and the thunder showers on Sunday could be quite strong and bring some fairly heavy rain out of some individual cells. Then we're back in monsoon mode again. We missed it. We missed the rain. Thunder showers likely Sunday all the way through Wednesday before we downgrade that to just isolated storms for next Thursday and Friday. But otherwise, we can say goodbye to that triple-digit heat after Saturday. And of course, the trade-off is the mugginess comes back. So That's not so good. Live at the MAC, coming up at 5 o'clock tonight, I shall talk to somebody from the Consulate General of Mexico who's put together this wonderful part 2 of our Pueblos Mágicos, our small town spotlight, and the last one of the year. You stay with KTSM 9 News.
Very nice, Robert. Well, today we are highlighting the 5 magic towns of Chihuahua, Mexico. And we want to talk about the Chihuahua sour drink. We're taking you behind the scenes to see what's in the Chihuahua sour drink and why it's quickly become a favorite to so many.
Hey everyone, so today we get a very unique privilege of actually being with a sotolero. And I want to welcome Jovi Ortega. Thank you so much for being with us today.
No, thank you so much for having me here. Thank you all for being interested in what we have in Chihuahua.
What is a sotolero?
Well, let's talk about sotol, because I don't think it's something very strange for you guys here in Texas. We have the plant right here. The botanic name or scientific name of the plant is Dasylirion, commonly known in Chihuahua as cereque, which means palm tree plant.
And it's the beautiful plant that we have even here outside of our own studios.
Yes.
So what are we going to do today?
So today, our first drink is gonna be the Chihuahua Sour. So if you guys know the New York Sour, this is a variation because we use sotol and some wine from Chihuahua.
Oh, all
Yes.
right.
We are gonna use sotol blanco, some lime, and simple syrup. Here we are gonna use 1 ounce for each. And we're gonna shake.
Okay.
So there we have, and we're gonna put some red wine.
Red wine.
on the
And
top.
this is also from Chihuahua, correct?
Yes,
Wow, so this is what you would call Chihuahua sour.
a Chihuahua Sour, yes.
Mm.
So let's put some rosemary for the smell, and probably a small garnish of lime. Make it look pretty.
Oh, there you go.
And then we have a Chihuahua Sour.
Chihuahua sour. Wow, that is amazing. So this is just one of the many drinks that you can create using these incredible spirits.
Yes, something that you should know, just mix it and it'll be ready to drink.
Well, don't go anywhere. We will be right back after this break. This is KTSM 9 News, first at 4.
Well, we're here today with Dr. Jesus Herrera, who's a urologist over at Las Palmas Medical Center. Dr. Herrera, why is preventative care in urology so important, and when should men start thinking about that?
So urology is a field for men who are starting to get up there in age. Past 40, they're going to start to have urinary symptoms, sexual dysfunction, thinking about prostate cancer. But I think the most important question always is, you know, it's easy to go see your urologist. The stigma about going to see and maybe getting sensitive exams done, usually it's pretty straightforward. The goal is to just get in so that you can get tested.
Now let's talk about some of those tests and screenings. What should men ask for? What should they look for when they go to the doctor?
I mean, look for any urinary changes, nighttime urination, frequent urination, erectile dysfunction, and then check a blood test for PSA for prostate cancer screening, especially if you have a significant family history of that.
All right, Dr. Herrera, thank you so much. And of course, for more, you can always visit LasPalmasDelSolHealthcare.com to find a provider near you.
Wellness Wednesday, sponsored by Las Palmas del Sol Healthcare.
All right, here's a last look at the forecast, your exclusive 9-day forecast. Extreme heat continues tomorrow with a high temperature of 106 degrees. It comes down to 104 as we cruise into Friday, 103 on Saturday, and then finally those thunder showers return to us, especially by Sunday evening, potentially strong storms there. Now, coming up at 5 o'clock, I'm speaking to the Director of Tourism of the state of Chihuahua, and he explains how it's becoming a wine capital. Christina?
Robert, thanks so much. A quick preview of what is coming up at 5. Almost a month since EPPD officers and a witness confronted and tased, plus subdued a man on I-10 overpass. An autopsy report released and police officials respond. KTSM 9 News reporter Diana Castillo will have what officials had to say coming up at 5 p.m. And a binational tri-state plan to coordinate and expedite crossings at the region's 6 ports of entry. KTSM 9 News reporter Jesus Baltasar examines the plan and why officials say a roadmap like this one is long overdue. We have much more stories coming up at 5. That does it here for us on KTSM 9 News. First at 4, I'm Christina Rada. 9 News Now with Estella is coming up next.
Hair and wardrobe provided by
Okay.
To solidify a committee of experts that will oversee the plan and the strategies they hope to implement, yes. They hope to implement as soon as... I did hear